What up, guys? It's GhostWulf and
Brett Standish.
and we're here with.
Brotality.
What was the name of the church again, guys? I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's Berrien Hillcrest Church.
We're at the Berrien Hillcrest Church in Binghamton, New York. And, you know, I've seen you guys in some crazy venues. I've seen you guys in a place that was like a 5-star country club is what it looked like. Chandeliers and everything. I've seen you guys in dive bars.
Yes, sir.
I've seen you guys in your drummer's house.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This was an interesting vibe. I've never seen you guys in a church until tonight.
There you go.
That was really, really cool, you know. Especially, I'm trying to get a lot better with God than I've been recently because I was going through things.
Yeah.
And it's just been an interesting journey and watching you guys grow. You guys are killing it out there. You guys are, what, up to almost 40,000 followers?
Yeah, the socials have been going crazy, man. It's been super cool to see people getting behind just little clips of us playing music and, you know, running with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm going to ask you guys, tonight I focus more on God rather than the music, so got to ask you guys, how about just one personal thing from each of you that helps you guys maintain your faith, especially while on the road?
That's a good question. I mean, I think, like, for me, it's kind of a more simple answer of just, like, making sure that each day, like, you have time to be intentionally grateful and reflect on things in your life that, like, I count as blessings. I know that might sound cliche, but, like, genuinely, especially, like, with what we've been, like, blessed with just really cool shows lately like this and, like, the social media growth and stuff and opportunities we've had, like, all that just, like, humbles us, like, anew each time. So I think each of those, like, as things like that come along, trying to, like, remind myself to stay just, like, centered and, like, in a place of just, like, gratitude and, like, humility is super important. And I also just think, like, being surrounded by community, like, even if it's, like, community of, like, no matter what people's background is, if they believe or not, just, like, that's a community is, like, super fulfilling. So, like, tonight felt like that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, not to piggyback off the same answer, but I think just, like, those simple gratitudes are such a huge part. Like, I keep, it's not like an official, like, gratitude journal, but every night I journal before I go to bed, and I try to always end it with, like, thank you, God, like, thank you for this. Because, you know, there could have been so many other ways our life could have turned out, and the fact that we can go and play shows on the weekend and string a couple together, and that there are people that want to come out to shows, it's like, it's the most humbling thing ever. So just trying to reflect back on, like, even when everything's not perfect, it's like, so much is so good, and we're just so thankful for that.
It's amazing. This man over here looks deep in thought. What do you got?
Honestly, for the opposite reason, it's just because my answer is very simple and I'm just, like, running it over. I try to focus on staying relaxed and ignoring, like, stressors of any kind. Like, I can get wound up sometimes, and I just try to, like, breathe. That's really it.
Yeah.
That's fair. You know, I want to ask you guys too. I've been seeing you guys for a while now, and every time I see you guys get, like, and I'm not, you guys did the humble thing, and that's fine. But each time I see you guys seem to get more and more technically skilled, which is crazy. And I just want to ask you guys, what does your practice routine look like?
Yeah. So, like, at the end of the day, just consistency. Like, that's the biggest thing. Always, every single day. Whenever you have time, like, making time despite the other, like, priorities in your life. Obviously, have your priorities straight. But, like, with the goals that we have for our career, to be career musicians, to play the shows we want to play, the stage we want to play, we understand that, like, it takes a lot of practice. End of the day. So, like, individually, just having our own routine. Like, I don't have a necessarily, like, every single day structured practice, but any time in my schedule where I can do it, just practicing as much as I can, practicing the set as much as I can too, but then also just learning as many songs as I can to just get my chops in as many areas of, like, bass and vocals as possible. It's that kind of boils down to it.
Yeah, same thing, honestly. I try to do daily if I can, but as long as I get behind the kit as much as possible, I know I'm going to do something beneficial to an extent. And I just, as long as I get behind the kid in the first place, I can take care of myself. But I get lazy sometimes, and I'll coast on the fact that, like, all right, like, those last takes were fine. I saw a video of the show, like, it sounded good. I don't gotta practice too hard, but I really should just never stop progressing. And it's stupid to not do that. So as long as I get behind the kid, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like there's sometimes where I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus on this certain thing and this is the technique that I'm gonna work on. But there's a lot of other times where like my practice is more built off like just enjoyment of playing. One of the things that I love to do is write riffs that I can't play yet. Like just kind of sit down, like think about what I want it to sound like in my head, slowly figure it out on guitar, start to play it like very slow, and then work that riff to get better and quicker and to have the inflection that I want. So like I'm writing at the same time as I'm practicing, and usually it's a new technique that's getting down, and like that makes me way more apt to pick up my guitar again than just like, oh, here's this scale I have to run. But it's like, no, this new riff, I really want to get this new riff down so we can start matching it together. So I gotta sit down and practice more.
Alright, I know Bradley here had one question for you guys before we hang up the interview. I'm gonna hit you guys with one more. One of you could answer, all you could answer. For anybody out there, like, it's really cool that you guys get to maintain your faith and do stuff like playing in churches and still get to play the music you love. For anybody out there struggling with their faith or just struggling with like continuing to do music, what words would you guys have to say for them?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think like one thing that I can say for certain is that like we've been there too, and like probably more recently than you think. I think like there's sometimes you can have this idea that like people, I don't know, would look up to a certain band of musicians and see like them as, I don't know, like role models in faith or art or whatever, and like we have people that we look up to in that way. But at the end of the day, like we're literally all in this together, and knowing that like everyone is continually gonna have doubts if you have faith. It's part of faith, and that's okay. For my journey, it has been like a huge thing recently, understanding that like it's okay to have doubts about certain things, and still have faith. So like that's huge. Like genuinely, you're genuinely not alone if you're struggling with that, and you're not bad or wrong for struggling with that. Like don't beat yourself up if you don't have all the answers, because like literally no one does, like no human does. So just pouring into just like your faith and your art or your passions or whatever, that's really what it's all about every day.
Amen. I'm gonna get the answer from you two at the next show in Syracuse. How about that? Bradley had one question for you guys, then we gotta head out.
So my question for y'all is, what concerts are you all looking forward to go seeing on 2026 of this year, outside of playing your own shows?
Concerts we're looking forward to seeing this year.
I cannot afford any concerts this year. Yeah, that was a gift. I'm gonna see Primus at some point this year.
Oh, that's so sick.
That was a gift from my family. But
Very
aside
cool.
from that, I have to pay for sticks. So.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
From one drummer to the next, that's fair.
Really, Lisa and I are kind of blessed because for our job, we work for a company called Heart Support,
Okay.
and we do a lot of like supporting people at festivals. So we get to go to a lot of shows for work, and I think we're supposed to be at a couple of the Warped Tours this year.
Very cool.
Which should be super, super sick. So we went to some of the Warped Tours last year for work, and I'm excited. The lineups, I think they dropped it for DC so far, and it looks sick.
Yeah.
I want to
Very
see you
cool.
guys play Warped Tour. Maybe I'll actually go back to Warped Tour.
Hey man, fingers crossed.
That would be so dope.
Why don't you guys apply to my homies over in BSB TV for next year? They're able to get World Tour slots. Well, they did the past couple of years.
Cool.
They're based out of the UK. BSB TV is pretty good. They're awesome people. Cool. Definitely look into them. Danny and Ben are some of the most amazing people I know that are doing like the music and stuff.
Awesome. Sweet. Thanks for
Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm GhostWulf. I'm Brett Spanish. You guys are?
Brotality.
Alright, so next time, brother.